Good evening. Okay, you know I only have like 5 minutes, 45 seconds, so I'm going to try to good evening again. Good evening, everyone. Okay, it's good to see you. So, my name is Mary Arasmi. I help people to improve their health through nutrition. I just want you to know, like this evening, that you have an ecosystem, a very big one for that matter. Your ecosystem contains 500 species of bacteria that amounts to 3 pounds of your body weight. And that's a whole lot. There's 100 times more bacterial DNA in your body than human DNA. So in other words, we are outnumbered. This bacteria in the ecosystem controls your digestion, metabolism, inflammation, and your risk of colon or other diseases. They also produce vitamins and beneficial nutrients, as well as molecules that sustains your ecosystem through symbiosis. That is a mutual agreement between you and those bacteria. Your ecosystem is home to at least 70% of your immune system. It is also called your second brain. Can you guess what I'm talking about? I'm talking about your stomach. So in order to keep the stomach well, we have to keep those bacteria happy, because basically they control many things in our health. Why is it so important to keep your ecosystem, your gut, your stomach very happy? Since 1998, scientists started to notice that all chronic disease, regardless how different they are, they share one common condition: inflammation. In other words, inflammation is identified as a precursor of disease. So we know this. Before any chronic disease, there is inflammation. But before inflammation, there is stomach dysfunction. That is, there's something wrong with the ecosystem. The bacteria are not happy. And we want to make those bacteria happy so that we can be healthy. So what do we need to do to improve our stomach health, to prevent this ecosystem from being dysfunctional? What do we need to do to stay healthy? 4 things. I'm talking about your ecosystem. I'm talking about your stomach. I'm talking about your second brain. So 4 things we need to do to stay well. Remove any infection that may be present in your stomach, and particularly, you want to reduce over-the-counter medication. So you don't want to self-medicate all the time. So you want to remove things that are not supposed to be in your system, and that includes some foods that are not pleasant to the body. Number 2, you want to replace the enzymes that you need. You can always buy enzymes, depending on how you eat. That's the easiest way. So you want to replace the enzymes in your stomach. You want to add in a whole lot of fibers and probiotics. When I'm talking about probiotics, I'm talking about the like of kiwi, onions, leeks, and all of those things that can feed your good bacteria. to repair the damage that has been done. How do you repair the damage that has been done? Supplement, nutrient, omega-3 fatty acid. Always, it doesn't even matter the condition of your health. You want to make omega-3 fatty acid your best friend. You can buy them in supplement unless you are eating fish all the time. Maybe in your household, maybe you consume fish like 3-4 times in a week. Other than that, you can always get omega-3 supplement. Zinc is a good one as well. You also want to eat whole foods, fresh food, high fiber foods. And the good news is your stomach lining turns over every 11 days. So you can start from today, to update your stomach lining so that your bacteria can be in good shape. And when I talk about high fiber foods, fresh food, whole grains, I'm talking about the likes of brown rice, beans, vegetables, and fruits. Also, you can always get the vitamin B supplement. So remember, your ecosystem is the only thing, well, not the only thing, but the most important thing to keep you healthy, because your stomach area is where your 70% of your immune system is. So I hope from tonight you start to incorporate some of those good bacteria, even if it's just you getting pro